I'm Andrew with Baker's Gas, and we're here today with the Multimatic 215. So I did a video a while back, and it's been a pretty big hit. People like the information. We're going to update that video though, because this unit, they changed the MIG gun that came with it. So I'm going to do an unboxing of what comes with this unit along with the new MIG gun, make some recommendations for as far as what you need as consumables, and I'm going to go through some features on this unit. I also have a TIG kit here. There's a package where you can get both of them, but we'll go over that here in a little bit. So let's open this thing up. So one of the more popular questions on this unit is, how does it compare to the Multimatic 200, and how does it compare to the Multimatic 220? So as you may know or don't know, the 220 does AC TIG. That's one of the outstanding features that they claim the fame on the 220. The 200 does not. So the 200 and the 215 are similar. They're actually almost identical, one just different packaging. So the 200s are more robust, and this unit here is a little bit more home hobby, if that gets there. So right out of the gate, get your manual. That's right out of the box. Miller does a pretty nice job of packaging these units. So pull this out. Here's your consumable bag. So gas hose and some other stuff. We'll go through that to see what's inside there. There's the plug that's actually attached to the machine, so don't yank that out of the box. There's your regulator flow meter. And then here's your new MDX gun. So that's the new item that came with this unit. Actually, all of Miller's equipment is changing to MDX guns. We'll go over that here in a minute. Let's get this thing out of the box. So as you can see, it comes all wrapped up in a bag here. There's the unit. So right now, this unit at bakersgas.com is running roughly around $1,600. So for $1,600, you get MIG gun and stinger whip, ground clamp, gas hose. Let's open this thing up. Find out what's inside. Manual for the regulator flow meter. A couple of wrenches there. Here's your gas hose. So this end too, a couple of questions that came up is, you got to use a pair of pliers and you pinch those two ears and you move it up, and there's a barbed nipple on the regulator flow meter that you push the hose onto, and then you move that up to clamp it down, and then this goes into the back of the machine. This is to strap up your power cord. You can tie it through the handle, and it's a Velcro strap that straps on itself. You can also loop your MIG whip and your gas hose through that too. Kind of a nice little add-on, so hang on to that, don't throw it away. You get some Hobart wire, spool wire, 030 MIG solid wire in the kit. You get a thickness gauge. So what this does is, Miller puts these in with all their packages. If you can see that, it shows all that, so you can gauge what thin or what size material you're going to be welding on, and it gives you also 024, 030, and 035 to gauge what wire you're using. Pretty nice little unit. You can get them on bakersgas.com too separately. If you don't have one for your machine, you can get one. Kind of a nice little tool. In here you got the ground clamp, and we probably won't open this up, but you got the ground clamp and you got your stinger whip. So that's for stick welding, and this is your ground clamp that comes with the unit. And then in the very bottom of the bag, you got two contact tips that go with the all new MDX gun. So kind of don't lose them. Just some extra consumables. And then here you have the MDX series operator's manual for that. So like I said earlier, for $1,600 you get all this stuff that comes in this kit. Alright, so we got the 215 plugged in here. Let's power it up. Kick it on. Input voltage, it said 216, so that's what we're getting. Now it's going to read a cable error. That's common what it's going to say, because we don't have any cables plugged in to the front. So there's a power pin here on the side, and I'll show you guys there. It's all tucked right up in there. That's for your MIG gun. So that's the power cable to the power block to energize your MIG gun. So here's the inside of the machine. This is where the spool wire goes. Take this off, and the spool wire mounts on there. It'll also take the little spool, in which it comes with one. So you got to take that nut off and then slide the little spool on. It also comes with, because this is a 110-220, so this is the adapter plug to go to 110. It's usually sitting right there, tucked right there in this place. This is the drive roll system. This is your tensioner, and this is your drive roll. This is your drive roll right here. It's a multi, I want to say it does multiple wire sizes all in the same roll, and you just to change the wire diameter, you toggle it in, you turn, and it'll flip to each one, if that makes any sense. So you can it'll do 3 different size wires all in the same wheel, and then you just push that down, push that up, and then adjust your tension for your wire. So the MIG gun goes in there, and you loosen this block up, it tightens it down. Let's just go over. Also on the inside is some different parameters and gas suggestions. So right here, steel, stainless steel, and then aluminum with the optional spoolmate 100 or 150. This unit takes both of them. So it just gives you good parameters to set at, depending on what size material you're welding on. Pretty nice. It's pretty durable. And then this is the front of the machine. So this is going to give you, this is going to break down using the auto set elite function. So it's going to walk you through each step on how to do that. And then this is your warranty. So you have to register that online to track your warranty. And then this right here, people were asking some questions about this. This is for the TIG kit. So this is the power. This puts power to your TIG foot pedal that comes in the TIG kit. So it plugs in right there, and you just run it right through here, plug it in right there, and then you can shut the lid. But so on the front, let's break down what some of these things mean. So we'll just plug this in just to get it out of the way. It comes up with that. So the very first one, it said flux cord. So flux core is a type of wire, MIG wire. Flux core is an option, so it gives you some different settings. We're going to take this off here. So this does come off. It's just a little screen, and it does have a protective coating on there, so you can take that. But for right now, just so we can see it better, we'll take it off. So you have flux core, you have MIG stainless, gives you a use trimix gas. It tells you how to set up the machine, and then it gives you some recommended parameters. So to get the recommended parameters, you'd turn auto set on, and then there is your, I'm sorry, to get the recommended parameters, the auto set's already on. To turn it off, to go back to manual mode where you can just adjust by yourself, you shut the auto set off. So we're going to turn it back on, and that gives you the recommended parameters for that. Here is MIG steel. So this is using a 7525 argon mix. It tells you how to set up your cables again. And then auto sets on, so it gives you some recommended parameters. So there, as we adjust these, right, it goes to a little target. So that's your target setting for 1/8 inch material using 030 wire, or yeah, 030 on 1/8 inch material. So the little target means that you're in the sweet spot, so to speak, of what it's supposed to be. Now you can go above it, or you can be right on it. Same thing with that, you can go above it. Now to change your material thickness, you hit, there's a minus and a plus button up here. Change the material thickness, 1/4 inch, 5/16, 3/8 is max on this unit with 030 wire. To change your wire diameter, if you're going to go to an 035, bump that up, and then see how, now when I did that, see how my voltage wire feed speed changed. It's just, it auto sets figuring out, okay, I'm welding on 3/8 with 035, this is what I should, optimal parameters, right? So next one down, MIG steel, which is 100% CO2. So if you guys are out there and see sometimes in some body shops they run straight CO2 because of the cost of the gas, it's cheaper, but just know that there is a recommended setting on the machine for that. Here's MIG aluminum. So use the spoolmate Spoolmate, like I said, 100 or 150. You use 100% argon. It shows you how to set up the gun. Auto sets on, so it's going to give us our target settings. We're going to back this down a little bit, 1/4 inch. We can go 035. So notice one thing that did change though, 4XXX. So that's 4000 series aluminum wire. And we're going to say it's 035, 030, and 035. But see how it changed to 5000 series. So 5000 series. And then if we go down, 4000 series 030 on a Spoolmate 100. So you got to set that to the type of gun. So if you buy a 150 and you run an 035, 150, 035, 4000 series. Now the Spoolmate 100 will not run 5000 series, hence why there's no cue for that on that thing. The 150 will run 4000 and 5000 series aluminum. So let's toggle down here. TIG lift arc remote. Use remote 100% argon, like we said. Shows you the setup. Now it says cable air, wire feeding housing, because we don't have it set up correctly. But there you go. We unplugged it, gets us to our screen. We don't have any cables hooked up. But then this same thing. Material thickness. What size tungsten that we have in the TIG kit. So either 1/16 or 3/32. Kind of a nice little feature. And then we can optimal amperage setting. We got auto set on. So let's go down into the orange box here. So this is output on. It says use 100% argon. So this is if you don't have a foot pedal. You just got a TIG torch. This is lift arc. So for you that aren't familiar with the lift arc setting, you have to touch the tungsten off your material, pull up, and it initiates the arc. There is no foot pedal adjusting that particular thing. So you have to you don't have an amperage control. You just have straight boom. If you set to 120 amps and you're on lift arc, you're getting 120 amps all the way. So you don't have a foot pedal. Then go down to stick. Output on. Tells you how to set that thing up. So run an 1/8 inch 7018, 530 up to 5/32, and let's see what material thickness, 5/16. So we'll do up to 180 amps on the 5/32 7018. Let's go down. So there's a 7018, there's a 6013, there's an 1/8 inch 3/32, and then jumps into 6011, 5/32, 1/8 inch, and 3/32. Notice there's no 6010. So this unit is not recommended to run 6010. Will it run 6010? I have welded with it and it does run 6010. I believe in one of my videos we compared this to a 200 also, and we ran 6010 with it. It just doesn't run it good. Let's just say that. It doesn't have enough OCV or to start the arc on 6010, let's say that. But that's your run through, and then we're back up to flux score. So just remember too, if you're going down the TIG, this thing does not have a high freak setting. So if you're used to say a Dynasty series TIG welder, those have high freak. It's all lift arc. So you still have to you have to touch and initiate the arc. So it's lift arc with a remote, though you have a variable amperage setting with the foot pedal, like I said. So all in all, pretty good unit and I know it's been very popular. A lot of these have been selling, and they're widely used. I mean, they're good all around for TIG, steel, stick, and MIG. So overall, this unit is very impressive for the package that it comes in. It is a multi-process unit. I know a lot of hype out there about the 220, that being a true multi-process, and this being the little brother. That might be true to the fact of, if you're not going to AC TIG weld, this unit's for you. If you're going to ever AC TIG weld, then the Multimatic 220 would probably be in your ballpark. Now, for the price though, you can't beat it. I believe, in my opinion, comparatively to the Multimatic 200 and the 215, I like the 200. It's a little more robust. It's something that you could see out in the field per se. It's got nice packaging. It's man, you could drop it, dent it, kick it, and then things are good. This thing's so to speak, more. It's pretty. It would look good on in anybody's garage. That kind of thing is a multi-process unit. Now they do sell a cart. They do sell a cover. Some consumables I would say to get are contact tips. Get quite a few contact tips. Get nozzles. Get diffusers. Get some filler metal. But if you're still kind of on the fence and you don't know what to get and all that stuff, call a Baker's Associate at bakersgas.com and they'll help you maximize your bundle so you can get everything that you're going to use at home for this unit. All right, well, other than that, thanks for watching my video. This is just a recap of the Multimatic 215. Once again, I did one previously. We're just kind of coming out with another one because of the new MDX gun that came with it. I've welded with the new MDX gun. I do like it. It is a little bit more ergonomically. It feels better than the older guns. But, you know, they just changed, and I mean, I have really no, compared to the old 100 amp gun or the M100 to this new MDX series, they're pretty compared. I mean, they're pretty similar in size, weight, but this one does feel better because it does have a little ball joint at the end and it does rock better in your wrist. It's nice. But thanks for watching my video. Stay tuned for more, and as always, check out the YouTube videos and go to bakersgas.com for all the best deals on all these machines. Thanks.